In late-night television, Bill Maher is known for his sharp wit and relentless skepticism. Across from him sat Gordon B. Hinckley, president of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, a prophet to millions, embodying faith and tradition. These two men could not have been more different. Maher, the secular comedian who questions everything, and Hinckley, the spiritual leader guiding a global faith. Their meeting was a collision of worldviews, doubt versus belief, modernity versus tradition. Maher thrived on challenging sacred stories. Hinckley was used to reverent audiences, not combative hosts. The anticipation was palpable, a cultural moment where the immovable object of faith met the unstoppable force of skepticism. Maher's career was built on questioning power, especially religion. Hinckley's life was about building faith through spiritual experience. For Maher, religion was to be examined and at times ridiculed. For Hinckley, faith was to be lived, not debated. This wasn't just an interview, it was a confrontation between secular media and a major American religion. For many viewers, it was their first time seeing a Latter-day Saint leader face such direct, unfiltered questions. The interview would put Mormonism's core beliefs under a harsh spotlight. It forced a conversation about how ancient faiths respond to modern skepticism. The results of this televised meeting would echo for decades. The stage was set for a defining clash of faith and doubt. The interview aired on September 14, 1997, on Bill Maher's Politically Incorrect, a show built for confrontation, not comfort. Hinckley's appearance was bold, the audience expected fireworks, and Maher was ready to deliver. The church was growing and seeking a mainstream image, with Hinckley at the forefront, engaging the media more than any previous leader. Unlike his recent respectful 60 Minutes interview, this was a different arena, one designed to provoke. The late 1990s saw the rise of the internet, making information and criticism about religion more accessible than ever. For many Latter-day Saints, this was the first time their beliefs faced such public, pointed scrutiny. Some saw Hinckley's decision as courageous outreach, others as a risky gamble. The stage was set, a prophet facing a comedian who believed nothing was too sacred to question. The world was about to witness a rare public test of Mormonism's foundational claims. Maher wasted no time. He went straight for the heart of Latter-day Saint history and doctrine. He questioned Joseph Smith's story of golden plates and angels, framing it as unbelievable to modern sensibilities. Maher pressed Hinckley on the doctrine that God was once a man and that faithful men could become gods, a unique, controversial teaching. He demanded a clear answer. Does the church still teach this? Polygamy was next. Maher asked how a once divine commandment could be abandoned, probing the idea of changing revelation. He also confronted Hinckley about the church's past priesthood ban for black men, framing it as racial discrimination. Each question targeted the very foundations of the faith, demanding clarity on history, doctrine, and moral authority. Hinckley remained calm under Maher's barrage. On Joseph Smith and the golden plates, he offered a simple testimony. It's either true or false, and he believed it was true. This shifted the conversation from debate to personal faith, powerful for believers, evasive for critics. When pressed on men becoming gods, Hinckley downplayed the doctrine, saying, "I don't know that we teach that," a statement that sparked controversy. Supporters saw this as simplifying for a secular audience. Critics saw it as denial. On polygamy, Hinckley was unequivocal. The church does not practice it today and excommunicates those who do, leaving deeper questions unaddressed. Regarding the priesthood ban, he called it a past policy changed by revelation, focusing on the church's current inclusivity. Hinckley's strategy was clear: avoid complex details, emphasize faith, and present the church as modern and welcoming. For some, this was wise leadership. For others, it sidestepped hard truths. The interview became a study in how religious leaders navigate hostile, secular scrutiny. Hinckley's answers would be debated for years to come. Decades later, the Maher-Hinckley interview remains a touchstone in discussions about Mormonism. Critics cite Hinckley's "I don't know that we teach that" as evidence of leaders downplaying doctrine for outsiders. For believers, Hinckley is seen as wise, focusing on faith, not controversy, in a hostile setting. The interview's legacy endures online, with clips circulating on YouTube and social media, shaping perceptions for new generations. It's often the first exposure many have to a Latter-day Saint leader facing tough questions. The conversation never really ended. It continues to force both defenders and critics to grapple with the church's public image. The interview highlights the challenge of explaining nuanced faith to a skeptical world. Its echoes still shape the dialogue around Mormonism today. The 1997 Maher-Hinckley interview remains a vivid illustration of the divide between faith and skepticism. Maher played the relentless skeptic, demanding evidence and consistency. Hinckley, the steady believer, responded with testimony and composure. To critics, Hinckley seemed evasive. To supporters, he was prudent, refusing to let faith be ridiculed. The interview revealed how hard it is to bridge the gap between belief and doubt, each side speaking a different language. There was little common ground, but the encounter captured the essence of the ongoing cultural conversation. It didn't resolve the debate over Mormonism's truth claims, but it laid bare the perspectives of both skeptic and believer. The interview shows why critics struggle with certain doctrines, and why believers hold fast despite criticism. For anyone seeking to understand the dynamic between the Latter-day Saints and the wider world, this brief encounter remains essential. It's a lasting snapshot of faith under fire, and skepticism in action. The conversation it sparked is far from over.